Why does it feel like the cost of living is skyrocketing, even though the experts are saying that inflation is slowing down? This is a question that has been on the minds of many, and today, we're going to delve into the complexities of this economic paradox. Inflation, in its most basic form, is the rate at which the overall price of goods and services is increasing. So, when we hear that inflation is on a downward trend, it implies that this rate of increase is lessening. But it's crucial to note that a reduced inflation rate doesn't mean prices are dropping. Rather, it signals that prices aren't rising as quickly as they once were. Consider this. There's often a delay between what we see in macroeconomic indicators and what we experience as consumers. A decline in inflation rates doesn't immediately trigger a drop in prices. Businesses, having adjusted their prices upwards to deal with previous inflation, might not be quick to lower prices, especially if they're grappling with ongoing issues such as disruptions in the supply chain or labor shortages. Now let's factor in the fundamental principle of supply and demand. If there's a high demand for certain goods and services, their prices are likely to remain high, regardless of whether inflation is slowing. This is particularly true in sectors like housing and automobiles, where supply constraints have been a significant problem. Let's not forget the power of perception. The prices of everyday items like food and fuel are highly visible and can strongly influence our perception of inflation. Even if inflation is decelerating, the memory of recent price increases can make current prices seem unusually steep. Lastly, we exist in a global economy where events beyond our borders can influence prices. Geopolitical tensions or international trade disputes can impact prices irrespective of domestic inflation trends. As we wade through these intricate economic times, it's important to keep in mind that broad economic trends such as inflation don't always dovetail neatly with our everyday experiences. Grasping the multi-layered nature of inflation can help us understand why, despite a slowdown in inflation, things can still feel quite expensive. As the economic landscape begins to shift, we continue to navigate this complex and fascinating world of economics.